My name is Anna Edwards, and I'm the chair of the Sacred Ground Historical Reclamation Project of the Defenders for Freedom, Justice, and Equality. And we have been working on this particular struggle since 2002. But we are not the only ones. Today is April 3rd, 2011, and on April 3rd, 1865, the Union Army liberated Richmond from the Confederacy. And I'm going to read you a quick section from a pamphlet from a Liberation Day, Emancipation Day program that took place back in 2001. In Richmond, Virginia, out on East Main Street, on the north shore of the James River, just above the landing for the Annabelle Lee, there's an historical marker that reads, Union Army enters Richmond. Here, Major General Godfrey Weitzel, commander of the Army of the James, entered and took possession of Richmond at 8:15 a.m. on the 3rd of April, 1865, after receiving the surrender of the Confederate capital from Mayor Joseph Mayo a few miles east. The first units of Weitzel's command to enter the city were 6 regiments from Brigadier General Edward H. Ripley's 1st Brigade of the 24th Army Corps and U.S. colored troops from the infantry and cavalry regiments of the 25th Army Corps. During the next 24 hours, the Union troops extinguished the fire that destroyed almost 40 blocks extending above the river and north to Capitol Square, restored order, and occupied Confederate office buildings. That's all it says. But if you use your imagination, you can think back 136 years to the day the history books still refer to as the Fall of Richmond. Confederate troops had fled the city, setting fires as they retreated. Thick, dark clouds billowed up into the sky. Men, women, and children, black and white, free and slave alike, came out onto the streets to see what would happen next. And then came the black troops, marching and riding into the capital of the Confederacy. Richmond did not fall. It was liberated. And we are standing here 146 years to the day after that liberation to stand for the liberation, the emancipation of black people from slavery and of this burial ground site from desecration, from marginalization, from invisibility. And we're doing it on a day in which the asphalt is still covering the burial ground. And we're doing it on a day that was supposed to host a program that was going to celebrate the placement of 17 historical markers along the trail of enslaved Africans. And those 17 markers were going to make it so that anyone coming to Richmond and encountering those markers would get their first introduction to the history of black people in Richmond and the journey that they had to travel from the days when they were brought here only to be enslaved to the days when we can stand here right now and insist and demand the right to demand that the asphalt come off this parking lot, come off this burial ground, and that we can stand here and look to a future that doesn't look anything like the past. Today's program is about you, and it is about this site. And so my remarks are going to be very short. But I would like to let you know that immediately after this program, we have a 4 o'clock program, a gathering of the Community Organizing Committee, of which each and every one of you is a part, if you so choose, at Asbury United Methodist Church at 29th and East Marshall Street, right up the hill. It starts at 4 o'clock and it will go no later than 6 o'clock. But if you come, we can get the business done. And we will be on the same page as to what is happening. We will understand why we are so outraged that they would move that program from today, from Emancipation Day, to next Sunday, because they felt like there wouldn't be enough publicity today because of the VCU might have won their championship yesterday. All props and all respect to those phenomenal athletes and to the multi-generational, multiracial following that those phenomenal athletes have in their journey to what they are trying to do. It is remarkable, and it is remarkable because they are a part of this whole journey that we are talking about. But it did not mean that the program should have abandoned Emancipation Day. If anything, I would think that those athletes and anyone that they know would also have been here if they could. After the program today at 4 o'clock, after the gathering of the Community Organizing Committee, I want you to put on your calendars Thursday at 4 o'clock, the East District Initiative Building. That is the next monthly meeting of the City Slave Trail Commission. It can only do its best work if you are there and you are a part of it. If you know what the conversations are and what the decisions are that are being made, and if you bring your knowledge and your opinions to that process. It is a city commission. It is a public entity, and you need to be there. I am not going to be here forever. And I only say that because I keep getting the interview, and the attention keeps getting placed on me. And I am one person, and all I am trying to do is represent a struggle. And that's it. This does not belong to me. It does not belong to the defenders. It does not belong to the Sacred Ground Project. It does not belong to the Slave Trail Commission. It belongs to the community. And so you have to be there. And it's hard to be there. And it's hard to be there regularly. But whether we tag team it, we show up because we're angry one day, because we're tired another day, we have to be a part of this process. And so that's what we are asking you to do. And that is the legacy of this entire project. Our whole reason for being here and for being committed to this is not about just a physical site. It is not just about the civil rights movement, although it is fundamentally. It is not just about Emancipation Day, though it is fundamentally. It is about the fact that you living right now has the ability to affect your present and your future. And all you have to do is look back in order to understand how that has been done. That's what all of this represents. So I want to thank you all for coming out here today, being patient with me. If I sound like I'm lecturing you, but I'm not, I'm with you. And I want to ask Sister Yafa to come up and start the process of the community input. Sister Yafa is going to start. We have Brother Maurice Robinson here somewhere. He is going to be next. And after that, I'm going to ask people to line up in this direction, to take your turn at the microphone to say whatever is on your mind about this issue. Please don't take more than 2 minutes, because you know how we all are. And I want to thank you once again for being here on this day, at this time, on this site, with the respect and the love that you all clearly have. Thank you.